Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Within the last maybe 6 months, I've really cleared up my skin and made some habits and changes to improve my skin. My skin started out looking like this. I don't think I've ever filmed a sit-down video with Winnie, so she's like, what is going on? Who are you talking to? First, I will start out with the fact that I do take a hormonal birth control pill, so that has a lot to do with helping acne. I did go off of the pill and my skin freaked out. I got a bunch of hormonal acne around my chin, and so I went on a new birth control pill and my skin was still terrible. It used to go down on my neck, and I went on a date and the man that I was with pointed it out and I was like, is that a hickey on your neck? It really was detrimental to my self-esteem and my confidence, so I really wanted to do something to help improve my skin. So I ended up going back on the pill. It didn't really help to get the acne at bay, so I went to a medical aesthetic clinic. I ended up getting the Morpheus8 treatment, which is essentially radio frequency and microneedling kind of in one. I may be wrong, but I think it's a 4x4 grid of needles, so 16 needles, and essentially they puncture while putting in radio frequency. It helps to tighten, it helps to kill that bacteria that causes acne. She also zapped a few spots on my neck, so that was great. I loved that. It was very expensive though, so that was amazing for my skin. I only did one session, so I don't necessarily know if it like tightened or helped with wrinkles or fine lines or anything. However, it did really help with acne. I noticed that my acne spots that I did have did not come back. Like, she zapped the ones on my neck, they never came back. Then to follow, I did a chemical peel, and I did the one specifically for acne. So I did a peel, that was great. My skin felt amazing. However, it did take a while to go through the peeling process, which is never fun, but that's kind of what happens. And the final thing that I think really helped to improve my skin is to get rid of my magnifying mirror. So I used to have the double-sided magnifying mirror with the lights, and I could see everything. So I would basically sit in the mirror and just pick at every little spot that I saw, which in turn causes for redness and inflammation and acne. And picking at every little spot is just obviously never good. So I quit picking at my skin. That was a habit that I needed to break, and I'm very happy that I finally stopped doing it. I try my best to not pick at my skin now, and getting rid of that magnifying mirror helped wonders. Sorry, my dog is making noise. And then I did start a new skincare regimen, and I ended up following the Whitney Bowe skin cycling routine. She's a dermatologist. I found her on TikTok. Tons of people talk about the skin cycling routine, and I don't use any specific products that were recommended by anyone. I just had the products on hand, and those are the ones that I used. So I'm gonna go through everything that I use. I will link everything down below, including the treatments that I had. Of course, these are the products that worked for me. What works for me may not necessarily work for someone else, but I did want to share these products and the skincare routine that I do have. To start out with, in the mornings, I will just clean off my face with a makeup eraser. I do use these just a single use, and then I just toss them in a load of towels and they come out completely clean. So these do take off makeup, so I don't put anything on this except for warm water, and then I just clean off my face. So in the mornings, I don't wash my face with anything other than a little bit of water, and then I put on my moisturizer. If I feel like my skin is a little bit extra dry in the mornings, I will use the Glossier Super Pure Niacinamide and Zinc Serum. I don't think this necessarily does anything special for my skin, but it helps to hydrate a little bit more. I work in healthcare, so I don't necessarily like to wear makeup when I go to work, but I like my face to feel moisturized, so I add on this serum, and I feel like it just helps to hydrate my skin. And I like to use an under eye serum. This is the Cocoa Kind Revitalizing Eye Cream. It has one of the cold silver tops, so it's really cooling and refreshing to the skin in the mornings, especially when I'm so tired. And then as for moisturizer, I'm not picky. As long as it's unscented, it's fine by me. So I used the Versed Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. I've gone through so many of these. I do really like this product. This isn't one that I like to use at night because it's not quite as moisturizing or as thick. To start out every single night of the skin cycling routine, you're supposed to wash your face. I used the green and white one for the longest time. I really liked it. It was affordable, it was inexpensive, but they didn't have it. So I bought this one, not realizing that this is a salicylic acid. I try not to use this one, but it's all I have right now. It's unfortunate that I bought this. I regret it, but this is the cleanser that I'm currently using. And then moving on to my nighttime skincare routine, there are a few extra products in here that I don't use every single week, but we'll kind of go through the different products and the different steps in her skin cycling routine. So like I said, I'll link everything down below, but essentially you do nights 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you repeat the cycle. So on night 1, you do an exfoliator. You can do a physical or chemical exfoliant. I personally like to do the chemical exfoliant because I feel like it's not so harsh on my skin. In the winters here, my skin feels brutal. It's so dry. The moisture is just sucked out of my skin. So I like to use something that's not so abrasive on my skin. When I first started doing skin cycling, I used the Ordinary glycolic acid 7% toning solution. I really like this. I know some people say that this is a little too strong for their skin. I would use this sparingly when starting out with an acid, but I really liked this one. There wasn't any reason that I stopped. I just wanted to try something new. So I ended up trying the Paula's Choice Exfoliate 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. It uses salicylic acid. I haven't used this one quite enough to know if I love it yet, but this is just currently what I'm using. And then every night to follow, you have to use a moisturizer. So I use the Youth to the People Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream with kale spinach and hyaluronic acid. Then on night 2, it is retinol night. So I kind of switch between 2 different ones just depending on my mood for the night. So this is the Versed Press Restart Gentle Retinol Serum. But on most nights, I'll use the retinol and niacinamide Youth Serum from Youth to the People. I really like this brand. The one thing, it is yellow. So it'll kind of make your face look a little yellow. Hey, can you not chew on that in here? Winnie. And then to follow the retinol, I'll use the same moisturizer. On nights 3 and 4, you're supposed to use a very hydrating serum. So I like to use the Youth to the People Triple Peptide Cactus and Oasis Serum. I love this serum. Another one that I've used is the Elemis Superfood Facial Oil. This one's very earthy smelling, so some people may not like this one. One other problem area that I've been having with my skin is dark circles. So I've been trying to use a caffeine serum, and I'll switch between these 2 serums on my nights 3 and 4, just underneath my eyes. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift 2.5% hyaluronic acid and caffeine. Do I know if this works? No. Am I gonna try it? Yes. And then the other one that I just got is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution. It's 5% and it has EGCG, whatever that is. So I've been trying these out. Haven't seen any difference, but my under eyes are very dark. I don't know if it's lack of sleep, lack of water, diet. I'm sure it's a multitude of things, genetics. So that's my skincare routine. I am very happy and pleased with how my skin looks right now. There's no specific products that you have to use. It's kind of just whatever works best for your lifestyle, for your routine, for your skin. I'll have everything linked below if you want to try any of the specific products that I use. Of course, you can use whatever you feel comfortable with. But otherwise, if you're in my area and you want to try the chemical peels or facials or Morpheus is very expensive. I will say that right now. Very expensive. If you're looking to try it, if you're looking for a medical aesthetic spa, I really recommend the Vanity Bar. I love them. I've been going to them for a while. I do get Botox in my forehead. I think I get 12 units of Botox in my forehead and between my eyebrows. Otherwise, that's everything. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know. I'll try to answer them, and I'll see you very soon in a new video.